Hello again, EDF friends. Welcome back to our challenge run where we're trying to beat the whole game, Inferno, solo, online with limits. We're on mission 40 here, which was definitely a tough mission. I was thinking it was going to be tough, and it proved to be pretty tough. I spent all day, one day, trying to figure this out with Wing Diver, and then I went to Air Raider because I thought maybe it'd be better just to do with Air Raider because he's definitely the easiest because of Sprite Fall. But then I went back, I really got stubborn. I wanted to get Wing Diver done, so I decided to do Wing Diver. So here we go. I figured out how to do Wing Diver. The hardest part, not the hardest part, one of the hardest parts is the beginning part, where I need to, there's a whole bunch of frogs here, and it makes it very tough, because I don't want the NPCs to die. So I have to go in and kill half of these frogs myself. So what I do is I get right next to this frog, and I can do 2 headshots with him, and then I go to get this other machine gun frog next, and then I hide behind this building, and then I kill this mortar guy, and then I go back and kill the other 3 machine gun guys behind him. So I have to do a lot of resets till I get this right, but when I get this right, then it clears out half of the frogs, and then it makes it easier for me to finish off the second half with the NPCs themselves. I do actually die on this run though, because I just got, I think a shotgun guy killed me, but regardless, the weapons I chose to use was the there's a lance she has that is 1 shot. It doesn't shoot through enemies, but it's 1 shot. It does 11,000 damage, 134 meter range, I think, and it's only 13 energy, so it's ridiculous low energy. So very good weapon. So I chose to use that weapon, and then I chose to use the level 55 plasma launcher. The main reason for the plasma launcher is so that I can kill the lasers later on, because it is her best sniper rifle as far as killing those lasers out. So once I kill the first half of the frogs, then I come back here and then I help out the NPCs to finish off the rest of them. The reason I died here was because, as you can see, I overheated, unfortunately, on this run, and then a shotgun guy got behind me. I couldn't defend myself, so I just wound up dying. So, but yeah, I just actually got this done this morning. It was second try, which I was pretty happy with, because this is my first try I failed on, then I finished it on the second try, which I die right here. But yeah, I was thinking originally for weapons. I was thinking I need something for the lasers, because there's like green lasers on this crab ship later that are very destructive, and it's tough to kill them. So you need something like good with sniper rifle, or just a good plasma launcher like I had. So I wanted something long range, and I wanted something to kill the drones and, you know, the frogs with. So originally I took like the tri-lance. I also tried the single shot lance. What else did I try? I tried rapier, because I thought rapier might be good on killing out the lasers on the ship, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to kill a lot of these lasers up close, which turns out to be really good for a Wing Diver to do. If you're ever a Wing Diver, definitely give it a try, because the plasma shots on the crab ship don't do much damage. Neither do the explosive shots. So if you get knocked down up there, it's not a big deal. You can actually recover. But I'll show you that here in a moment. But first I have to take out all these terrible shotgun frogs. I hate them so much because they don't miss. Like, even when they miss, they're still hitting you because of just how wide their shotgun shot is. So I'm going to go back behind the NPCs and allow the frogs to cluster up a little bit by the Titans. And then I'm going to get a good shot on them from my plasma launcher here. So fly it pretty high and then hope for a good shot. They're kind of spread out a little bit, unfortunately, this time, but I am able to go in and finish them off with the lance here and there, like when I have an opportunity. This is a tough part at the beginning, honestly, because you have to make fast decisions as far as killing these frogs, because the more time you wait, the more your NPCs are going to die. But if you go in, and too many frogs see you, then they can destroy you so fast. So I try and just pick out, good times where I can actually attack them, and then just go in and attack and then run away and try and continue that. One thing nice about this lance is you don't have to charge it all the way. Like, say you want to just stun lock a frog really fast, you can just shoot it, half charge back to back, and it doesn't do as much damage, but it's still good enough to where it just keeps stunning them until you get closer, and then you can finish them off. But I think, yeah, 2 headshots with this lance if you can actually hit them in the head, but it's a little bit tough, especially since I'm so bad with these single shot weapons, but I'm getting better, hopefully. So now I have to figure out which of these red dots are actually frogs and which of these are actually drones. But we're getting close to the end of the frogs. There's also, I want to say like 6 or 8 of them on the left side of the crab ship as well, which I try and pull early and kill them early. So that's what these frogs are. I was able to get the other frogs on the left side of the ship to pull as well, because that's very important. Because if you don't kill those at the beginning, then they'll come back later and destroy all your NPCs. Even though, mainly because they're all shotgun frogs is the problem. So now I can just stay by these buildings and just kind of, when they get a chance and come back here, I can just kill one at a time or 2 at a time whenever they come back here. Because right now, when you're hiding behind buildings with these colonists, it's nice because if they don't see you, they'll start attacking something they can see. So since my NPCs are out in the middle and they're always visible, if I go behind the buildings, they'll stop looking at me and then they'll come back and hide behind the buildings, and I can shoot them when they're not looking at me. So it works out pretty well. But yeah, now just a few more and then I'll be time to attack the ship. Because if you can protect these NPCs, you'll notice that they're actually attacking the ship right now. And when I get to the ship, you'll see like a bunch of those rocket cannons are already destroyed because of the Vigultas. They walk forward and start destroying all the cannons on it. So pretty cool. They actually do some good work for you. And plus, they're mainly for distraction. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go forward and I'm going to actually kill the explosive turrets, the ones that shoot the slow-moving plasma shots, because those are my biggest threat. Because I'll show you later what I do, but if I get knocked down later, then it could mean the end of the mission for me. So I have to kill anything that can knock me down explosive-wise. So I'll kill the ones that are on the floor here, or yeah, the ones that are on the ground, and also the ones above me, because both of those can actually hit me and knock me down. These machine gun ones that are more towards the inside of the crab, they're not as big of a deal, but yeah, these, even up top, I need to kill these because I cannot get knocked down later, because it just makes it much harder. But I was actually trying to use the rapier earlier, thinking that would be better on these plasma cannon things. But it turns out this lance, because it's a higher level lance, and I don't have access to the next step up rapier, this actually kills it faster, and plus it has better range and it's better for drones and so forth. So a lot better. So I'm glad I tried this thing out, because it's just so dirt cheap. You can use it forever. So now I'm also going to help them kill these, the laser genocide cannons as well, because those are dangerous to them. I don't want them to get killed. So I'm just going to circle around the ship, and as far as I can tell, it's time-based. I don't think it's actually when you kill enough cannons. I could be wrong on that, but it seems like once a certain time has passed, the next phase comes out, which is the crab itself will actually come out of the ground and start walking. And that was the part I was stuck on for a while, because I could always get this far, of course. But, it's always those green lasers underneath the crab that were just so bad. And just trying to stay down on the ground with the NPCs and trying to defend them and get close to the ship and do some damage and then recover again and go backwards. It just wasn't proving to be very, very effective, because they would die so fast because I can't protect them fast enough. And then I would wind up being alone on the ground, and then I had some really big problems. So I found a way to actually avoid having to fight on the ground here, which I'll show you here in a moment. Alright, so we're almost done with all these explosive cannons up here. And then after that, I'm actually going to go down and fight with the NPCs a little bit, because I want to kill the lasers from far away. One thing I did do on some failed runs was I killed the green lasers close up. I was able to do that. It was tough, but I was able to do it by what I did was I stood on top of the crab, got my energy up to full, and then I would fly underneath the crab and shoot like 2 or 3 lasers, and then run away and come back up top again, regain my energy, and repeat. So the reason I didn't like that was, for one, I was taking a lot of damage, and for two, if you make a mistake or something, and you don't have enough energy to get back up top, then you're pretty much in trouble. And also, it just took too long, so I just decided I wanted to try a better way to wanted to find a better way to do this. So, all right, so now I'm just I think I killed everything now, so I'm waiting for the next phase to happen. I think that's why I think it's time-based, because I killed literally all the genocide cannons on the bottom, and then I killed all the explosive turrets. So now I'm just Might as well finish these off because, you know, it's not going to hurt anything. Just take some extra time. But once a woman speaks over the intercom, then I know it's time. And then, like, I decided to take some of the wing divers with me, but I'm not sure if that was a good idea or not. They were actually able to stay up in the air with me quite a bit, so they definitely did distract enemies, but I don't think they really made much of a difference. It probably would have been better if I would have saved them for later. Alright, so now I'm going to go down to the NPCs and help them out a little bit, and just wait for the crab to rise up, get my energy back up to full, and have my my plasma launcher already charged up, so I'll have extra shots I can take. Because I think it's hard to tell, because sometimes it feels like I can one-shot the lasers, and sometimes it feels like I need to take 2 shots. But regardless, it's at least no more than 2 shots to kill the lasers underneath. So plus you can kill 2 at once, or even 3 at once if you hit in the right spot. So I try and, you know, make the best of my shots and get it done quickly, because I don't want all the ants to come out to the NPCs and kill them all yet. I want to go back to the ship as soon as possible, so I try and do it fast. Alright, I think it should be rising any moment here. This is an amazing mission. I really like this mission. Such a cool boss, such a cool mission. Very cool, and very tough too for level 40 only. Alright, so now he gets up. And unfortunately, you can't start firing at the lasers right now because it doesn't do damage until they actually move. Like you'll notice that they all of a sudden like turn and start aiming at things, then you know you can shoot them. But now, unfortunately, there's also more of those rocket cannons underneath the ship that I have to go and kill later as well. So there's four of those homing missile pods, and then there's a bunch of those explosive mortars on the bottom too. So I have to kill all those. But those definitely die with 1 shot with my plasma launcher. But I'm just going to try and hit the green ones first, and try and kill and try and hit 2 at once if possible. The negative thing is, pretty soon here they're going to start dropping ants, and they're going to drop 3 frogs too, which makes it more difficult. But yeah, sometimes it's better, like if you're safe, like in a safe location, like I am right now, sometimes it's better to just overheat yourself so you get your energy back faster than to just wait for it to rise by itself, because it does recharge faster when you're overheated. Alright, now I'm just going to have to work my way around the ship and try and kill all these lasers. And they're kind of distracting right now because there's a lot of NPCs alive still, which is cool. So it actually turns out you can actually dodge those lasers as wing diver. I think even as ranger, I want to say it was also possible, as long as you're moving the whole time. But regardless, you still have to kill them because they're just, you know, you can't get close enough to the ship otherwise. And they have range across the map too. So once your NPCs are dead, then they'll just shoot you from across the map, and it's hard to get close. I thought about doing ranger on this mission, but to be honest with you, I think it'd just take too long. I think it's possible because ranger does have decent, I mean, okay snipers. He has good range, and he shoots straight, so that's the benefit of him. But the problem is you would have to deal with everything on the ground. It'd be pretty tough. Yeah, you can see some colonists down there, unfortunately. They're going to be destroying my NPCs pretty fast, but I feel like it's more important to do the lasers than it is to worry about them right now, because here's my chance. I have a bunch of shots, and it's just hard to see on this side, unfortunately, now that I killed all the other side. Alright, so now they're going to come after me, the ants and the frogs, so I can use my lance, kill them pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this lance, obviously. I don't think I've ever used it that much. I still think I may prefer, I don't know, I may prefer the one-shot lance that shoots through enemies over this, but this one is very cheap. That's what's so good about it. 13 energy, so absolutely ridiculous. It's like nothing. Sometimes I wonder what they were thinking when they balanced some of these weapons, because like some weapons are so bad and some weapons are so good. Like I don't understand why it's not more balanced, but regardless, I would love to be a balance tester on this game. I actually emailed D3 Publisher and told them about some concerns I had about the balance in the game, and just if they ever needed somebody, you know, to do some extra balancing at the end, I'd be happy to do it. I mean, I didn't say for free, but I would I would probably actually do it for free. But we won't tell them that because maybe I can get paid. Who knows? But yeah, I would love to work for this game. I just absolutely love this series. I don't know why. Alright, so now I'm going to start working on the green lasers, and I'm going to start working on the things above it as well, those explosive turrets on top as well, because those need to go. Because where I'm going to be sitting is going to be very important. So I think there's one colonist that's still chasing me, but he's being stubborn, so I'm just not even worried about him. Just let him run away if he wants to. But this thing shoots very straight too, which is nice, so it's easy to snipe with it. I want to say I kill every laser with my explosive launcher here. Okay, now we have a bunch of ants. So I don't think any more colonists spawn after those first 3. I think it's just a bunch of ants that keep spawning over and over again. But yeah, this colonist has been following me for the last, I don't know, 5 minutes. But oh yeah, I didn't even see that guy, which is crazy. But it's not a big deal because I have wing divers with me, so they're distracting, so it's fine. But it could have been bad. It definitely could have killed me. I'm glad it didn't. But ants are more of a threat because I can always turn around and just stun lock those frogs. But the ants can literally one-shot me because I was one-shot with 5,000 health on one of my runs, so that was definitely fun. All right, I think there's one more laser, and that's it. And then after that, I just go forward and kill the explosive turrets. Now I'm going to heal up because I'm going to be going forward near the ship, and I'm not going to have access to much healing for a long time, so I need to have full health here. I don't know why I lowered my health to 5,000, but I did. I don't know. I don't know what the max is for this mission, but I think it's like 7,000 maybe if I had to guess. Oh, I must have missed that laser. Okay. One more shot. And then now that should be it. And meanwhile, this colonist still chasing me. He's like, you know, I'm just going to finish him now because he's going to kill my wing divers if I don't. Alright, I love that ragdoll. Like, once the enemies die in this game, they just become like rubber. And they weigh nothing, so they just start flying around. So cool. I hope they never fix that. Alright, now I'm going to help out with these ants. And then I'm going to show you how I finish off this mission, which I'm pretty happy with. How I did this. So I mean, obviously wing diver is easier, but I think I don't know if air raider is easier than wing diver. I would think he is because he has a 76,000 health Bagalta. And if you ever use this, if you ever play this mission with air raider, I definitely recommend Spritefall because Spritefall shoots through the bottom of the ship, so you can kill all those lasers underneath there with the Spritefall. Plus, it's also good for the first phase because it shoots a lot of those genocide cannons as well. So usually I'll take 2 Spritefalls, and then I'll take like a 105 because that also shoots through the ship, or the machine gun one shoots through the bottom of the ship. So you can use either one of those. And then I usually take Fire Bagalta because it's so fast and strong. But that's usually my setup for wing diver. I don't think Fencer would do too well on this mission because, yeah, he has heavy cannons, but the problem is, I think you'll notice when you use 2 heavy cannons with Fencer, is unless you have like the no recoil, then you're gonna constantly find yourself stuck, you know, in one spot shooting, and then when you need to move, like say this explosive cannon shoots at you, you won't have enough time to change your weapons and move. So that's always the frustration I have with 2 heavy cannons with Fencer. So you kind of need like fast feet, so you can walk with it and no recoil, but then you're kind of limiting your mobility. So it's kind of rough. So anyway, I'm going to go around the ship now, and I'm going to kill all these explosive cannons. So the only thing you can really jump on, because not everything that you can see here, like that circle around the bottom of the ship, you can't land on that. It's like you'll fall right through it. The only thing you can land on is right here, these hinges that I'm actually landing on right here. And even so, you can fall off because the physics in this game is a way that, if you play EDF games, you'll know. Like if you try and land on a ship, the ship will keep moving, but you'll stay in one spot, so you won't like follow the ship. So you're constantly having to readjust yourself as the thing moves, which is kind of weird. I'm not sure why they do that, but maybe it'd be too easy to land up there then? I don't know, but it's always a fight, me trying to stay on these hinges, because it's either the ship's either moving left, right, or forward or backward, and I'm always having to stay on it. But so now I'm going to kill all these cannons, and meanwhile the wing divers are actually flying around with me up here So they're kind of distracting. They're staying alive decently, but they're gonna unfortunately die here soon. Okay, I think this is the last explosive cannon. And then the fun part, damaging the ship. Alright, so the phases of the ship are kind of rough. Yeah, you can see a wing diver there. She actually is able to stay up here with me. I'm not sure if they actually... I mean, I know they overheat, but I'm not sure how much energy they actually have. But as you can see, I can't even land on that circle. It's just like a... you fall right through it, which is strange. But now I'm going to land here, or try to land there. As you can see, you can fall through the hinges too. I'm going to try and land here, get my energy back up, and then I'm going to go in and I'm going to... look at that. I'm like falling through it. So I'm going to get my energy back up, and then when it opens up, I'm going to go in there and do damage to it until I see frogs drop out. So the first big... oh my goodness, seriously. This is a bad hinge, so I decided to go to a different hinge because, I don't know, they're really weird. It's really weird. So, alright, now it's open. Now I'm just going to do as much damage, and I'll be able to damage it until the frogs come out. So I'm watching for frogs' legs to come out. And there we go. The ship also gets a little lower, so it's a little tough. Now I have to get back on its hinge. Oh yeah, I also have the flying item that gives me 30% flight speed. So it's a very, very good item because it's very helpful for being, because I'm always flying vertical. So it gives me the ability to not overheat as much. So now I'm going to use my plasma launcher and kill the frogs as much as I can. Because before what I was doing is I was leaving them be, but the problem was I was taking damage when I was doing damage to the ship, so I found I had to kill these frogs. So this is the first phase. A bunch of frogs come out, and it's usually 2 plasma shots to kill them. And then the next phase, you're going to see a bunch of ants come out, which is no big deal to me, so I can leave that phase. But then the next phase after that is going to be a bunch of shotgun frogs that pour out. And that's the tough one as well, because they don't miss. So I will actually be in trouble with my health when those shotgun frogs come out, but I'm going to still kill the remaining of these frogs, so I want to make sure they're dead, because even one alive can actually chip away at me, and then it keeps me from being able to be up here as long as I can. Alright, still trying to fight against this moving ship. As you can see, I'm always moving, trying to stay on here, and I'm trying not to kill myself. I'm always afraid I'm going to one-shot myself up there. It gets kind of close to my energy, as you can see. Like, it's a little dangerous, but I really like this flight control energy core. Alright, one more shot, and I think that's it for the frogs. And then I can do damage to the ship again. Yep, there we go, last one, and he's down. Meanwhile, these drones are still chipping away at me a little bit, but it's not terrible, because a lot of the drones' fire is getting blocked by the actual crab. So I'm hoping after this mission there's going to be a few easier missions I can actually commentate while I play, but I mean, on missions this hard I just can't commentate while I play, because I will literally have to commentate 15 times and start over and then start again, and it's just, it doesn't work that way. It's too hard. So now I'm going to keep doing damage until I see the shotgun frogs come out, or a bunch of ants come out first, but then shotgun frogs will come out too. I want to say they came out, but I can't tell, because when I commentate, yeah, they must not have came out. When I commentate, when I add track 2 to this, I don't have any audio, so that's fine though. Alright, so I have to do one more damage phase, and then the frogs come out. So now the ship's going forward, like the way I'm looking, so it makes it harder, because it's easier for me to stay in between the gaps if it's moving sideways than it is moving forward, but it's fine. You can hear like a groaning or a creaking or whatever when the ship opens, so it makes it a little bit easier. Alright, there's the frogs. Now I have to be very, very careful. The funny thing is, I was trying not to kill the ship because I don't want to kill the ship right now, because I want to use the ship to stay alive. That drone just messed me up. I want to keep the ship alive so I can kill these frogs, because if I kill the ship too fast, then the ship's coming down, and then I'm going to die because the frogs will kill me. So I find out later, when I go back to do more damage to the ship, there's only like 3 more shots and the ship would have died, so I was pretty dangerous. I could have killed the ship and ended my run right there and died. So good thing that didn't happen. So now I need to kill these frogs, but I'm trying to not get hit by them as I go out there and fly, so it's kind of tough to get a view on them because I'm trying not to hit myself. But as you can see, I get hit a little bit each time, so I'm kind of concerned that I may die in the air and not be able to survive this. So there we go. I killed a couple of them there. Oh my goodness, that's the scariest thing when you can't land on this thing because the ship's moving the whole time, so it's not a stationary target to hit. So now I'm gonna try and get my energy back up, kill a few more, and then I'm gonna need some health drastically because this could be bad. So there's. Oh, don't do that! Oh my goodness! Just watching this is making me everything tense up. All right, so I didn't take any damage there, so that was good. I want to say that there's maybe one more set of NPCs out there, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure actually. There might be one more. All right, one more shot. Okay, I did get hit there. See, I'm kind of scared because 500 health now. So now I feel like I need to just go get health. I have no chance. My chances now, I need to just fly away, hope for the best, use these buildings to stall the enemies and just get some health because 500 health is way too low. I'm not comfortable there. So now I'm desperately looking for health here. I don't see any. Here's some, okay. Because these drones could also kill me. Like, sometimes the drones will fly right into your face and shoot. And I want to say that that's 1,000 or 2,000 damage, so that it is dangerous. But the buildings do slow down the ants, so I'm fine. As you can see, my energy though, I think a good way to fly with this 30% energy core is, if you want to go long distance, is you want to fly up really high, like pulse the trigger. Don't hold the trigger down, but you like hold the trigger down for a second and then release, hold it down for a second, so you get really high in the air, and then just dash like every couple seconds, and you'll regain energy in the air. And then once you get to the ground, then you just restart, do it again, and your energy will actually either go higher or it'll actually remain the same. So pretty good. So I do have a bunch of ants chasing me, but I'm not too worried about them because I can fly back on that ship, and I'm gonna kill this ship here next. So I was thinking this mission was gonna take like 45 minutes or an hour, but it only took me 29 minutes. So I decided not to do 2x speed. Maybe I should have, I don't know, but yeah, the ship is so far away from me now. I was a little concerned about that genocide cannon because I don't know how much damage it does on Inferno, and I do not want to die now. But I want to say that it doesn't do too much damage to you, which is kind of funny. But I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure on that. But as you can see, if you slowly dash in the air as you land to the ground, like you fly up, pulse the trigger a little bit, and then fly up and then just dash every couple seconds, you actually regain energy in the air. So this is a very good energy core. As you can see, I'm up 800, 850, 880, yeah, so gaining energy and still staying in the air, pretty crazy. Alright, now it's gonna go back and damage the ship, and then like I said earlier, I actually found out that the ship only needed like 1 or 2 more shots, so pretty scary stuff. But the nice thing is, well, I don't know about the nice thing, but yeah, 2 shots, crazy. I was so close to killing that ship. So, I mean, the benefit is I don't have to kill every enemy on the map, so maybe I could have got away with killing the ship and then run away from the frogs, but I really think the frogs would have chased me and killed me, honestly, because of their range is so good. So yeah, beat it, pretty happy. So on to the next mission. I think the next one's will be easier, so that's pretty exciting, but I enjoy this. This was hard. It was definitely hard. It took me a couple days, but I'm glad. It was pretty fun. So I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for joining on this journey still. Once again, thanks a lot for watching, and hope to see you in the next video. And also, if you'd like to help support the channel, please consider liking, subscribing, or watching through a couple ads, as it does make a big difference and helps support the channel. So thanks a lot. See you next time.